The film industry identified as a potential economic driver. A challenge thrown out to alumni associations. And in sports, Coach Reefer wants the Board 11 to push for test places in the upcoming warm-up matches with England.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
Very good evening to you. I'm Lisa Broom with the CBC Evening News. In our top story tonight, Prime Minister Mia Motley has identified another avenue that could be a significant contributor to the island's economic development. It's the film industry.
The local film industry has found a friend in Prime Minister Mia Motley, who says she sees its potential to help with Barbados' economic development. In fact, the Prime Minister told us Cinema Under the Stars, one of the signal events for the Barbados Film Festival, that she wrote a 28-page cabinet paper on the industry 18 years ago.
And it looked at what government needed to do to put the fiscal incentives, the institutional framework, the logistical framework, the infrastructure, the training, the funding, all of the things that needed to be done, and regrettably it stayed in the Ministry of Finance.
She says that paper could be reviewed, but acknowledges that timing might be a factor.
The paper is coming at a time when the country is constrained by other economic circumstances that we've inherited. But suffice it to say that we would wish to work with you to be able to move this country. We believe that Barbados is perfect not just for persons to film here, but for the development of our own film industry. And we therefore would wish to work with you to be able to move us to higher heights.
The highlight of the night was the acknowledgement of Hollywood icon Sigourney Weaver's body of work, for which she has earned the title of a complete actor. She was presented with a Founders Award as an icon in the performing arts. Ms. Weaver, in turn, was full of praise for the festival and has pledged to help with its development.
BIF is an enlightened festival. Its purpose is not commerce or competition, but in fact it's community and creativity and great independent films in the world and filmmakers. In addition, I feel every aspect of BIF is dedicated to bringing on board the next generation of filmmakers here in Barbados.
The festival runs for 10 days, ending on the 20th, and will showcase over 40 films from around the world.
Well, the Labour Minister has thrown out a challenge to alumni organisations across the island. He wants them to show more support for their former schools and not just through their presence at school-related events.
Labour Minister Colin Jordan says although they are supported primarily by government, schools in Barbados need help, and lots of it. In fact, he believes officials like principals and others would attest that the funding provided by central government is simply not enough and can never be enough for schools to help their students reach their full potential. For him, this is where former students can show their gratitude to institutions which have often helped to shape them into who they are and what they've achieved.
Support from alumni is very important. It is critical, actually. And I want to encourage you to keep supporting your school, talking about it, but also with some bankers, should I say, money? Financial support, and also the support of your ideas and your presence.
Minister Jordan was speaking during the dual launch of the St. Peter's School's 125th anniversary celebrations and its art exhibition. That display of drawings, graphic art, painting, mixed media work, as well as pottery and textiles, is a combination of creations from schools in the north. It has been described by Alexandra School Principal Orson Allen as an example of what schools on that end of the island can do.
The work on display show very high levels of craftsmanship, industry and dedication. The inclusion of basketry and leather work from Darrell Jordan showcases the versatility of our northern schools. Work on display is taken from all stages of the school system, first through sixth form.
It also features work from ancillary and office staff.
Well, several people were injured when two vehicles collided very early this morning. The accident occurred between the Errol Barrow and Top Rock roundabouts near Graham Hall. The two vehicles were extensively damaged, with one ending up on its roof in a ditch alongside the highway. Emergency personnel responding included the ambulance and the fire services, as well as the police. But before they arrived, several motorists had stopped to lend assistance, with some directing traffic away from the scene. Efforts are on to revitalize Roebuck Street in the city. That's the word from former independent Senator Sir Trevor Carmichael. Well, Sir Trevor is playing his part through the Roebuck Street Revitalization Committee, which he sees as an architectural gem.
It's just a wonderful place. It's also the start of commerce in Barbados, and it is where commerce and industry in Barbados really started in a vibrant way. The buildings symbolize that to a large degree. We have buildings, you know, with the typical commerce on the ground floor and living quarters one floor above.
We're also hearing tonight that the St. Peter's Parish Church has been responding to the need to provide unique experiences in Speightstown for visitors during the winter tourist season. The church staged its 20th annual garden show, which continues to grow and at the same time attract many visitors to the town.
Scores of visitors and locals turned out to admire the floral displays mounted in and around St. Peter's Parish Church for its flower festival. This year's theme, Alleluia, Alleluia, joins music and floral art, and it has been a hit with many patrons.
We come every year to have a look at this, and this year it's even better than usual. It's magic. I don't know how they get it all together so well. It's stunning. They should really be complimented on it. It's fabulous.
Despite some challenges initially, Church Rector Canon Peter Haynes says supporters helped to pull off this year's festival.
Businesses will tell you that they've had a tough year, and some people who support you over the years, they just don't have that cash. But there's some people again who've found a way to support. We are supported by the Dry Little Tears charity in Germany, a worldwide charity. We're supported by Six International also, which is a car rental with a home in Germany, but has expanded to 105 countries across the world. But we, most of all, are supported by our members. Our members have sponsored most or all of the arrangements here today.
And many of the pieces you're seeing around me have been created by a team of local and international floral designers.
But the flowers come from Africa, some material comes from Australia, it can come from anywhere. It can come from South America, so it's probably flown over Barbados to go to Holland and then come back here.
The festival will run until January 15th, 2019. Rianne Phillips, CBC News.